Now moving on, and Elon Musk is forming a new political party in the United States, claiming
the Trump-Elon drama isn't cooling down anytime soon. In fact, it's getting even messier. And trust me, I'm not stepping in to stop it. After Elon reignited his beef with Donald Trump over what he calls a disastrous legislative move, he made an even bolder move, launching his own political party. And that party is targeting Senate seats specifically to damage Republicans in the 2026 mid. That, of course, made Trump go completely off the rails with a wild post on Truth Social, one of the longest, most outrageous posts he's ever written. Elon didn't hesitate to fire back. And what followed? Total political chaos. We're going to break it all down right now. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist in this explosive story. It really helps the channel and we appreciate your support. Let's rewind a bit to understand where this all started. Elon's decision to build his own political movement, MAGA, melts down as Elon Musk files paperwork for America Party. Former First Buddy, Elon Musk planned to wade back into politics with a new political party, his royal MAGA influencers across Twitter. Musk officially fired paperwork with the Federal Election Commission Sunday to establish his so-called America Party after he pledged to hit back against Republicans for passing Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which is projected to add $4.5 trillion to the national debt. Musk, who became an American citizen in 2002, claimed in a Friday post on Twitter that his new political party would focus on just 2 or 3 Senate seats in 8 to 10 House districts. CNBC reported by a factor of 2 to 1, "You want a new political party, and you shall have it," Musk added in a Saturday post, referring to an X poll he conducted asking his followers if they support a third party. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom. Others worried the new political party will only tip the political scales. Oh, I hope in favor of Democrats. Elon launching the America Party will make it easier for Dems to win in the future, wrote conservative Dear America founder Graham Elon Musk. This is a mistake. Please listen to reason. MAGA influencers are melting down and, I can't lie, it's hilarious. But what triggered Trump's latest meltdown post, which then provoked Elon's, can be traced back just a few weeks ago when he made this comment, and that kicked things off.
And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning. Mr. Secretary, that hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that it disturbed him.
So that was after the
Elon's frustration stems from Trump dismantling the EV mandate, which had a massive financial stake in electric vehicles. With EVs already struggling, Trump's move hit Elon where it hurts. That moment marked the real beginning of this feud. Trump, even while referencing a Democrat from NASA, made it clear he wasn't done with Elon. According to new info from the Daily Beast, this clash had been bubbling under the surface for a while. Trump had reportedly been fuming over Elon and might have even pushed the story about Elon's alleged drug use to the New York Times, or at least bragged that he did. No surprise then that Trump's resentment burst out in that long and chaotic post. But we'll get to Elon's brutal response in a minute. Trump wrote, "I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks. He even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. And we have enough of that with the radical left Democrats, who have lost their confidence and their minds. Republicans, on the other hand, are a smooth-running machine. That just passed the biggest bill of its kind in the history of our country. It is a great bill, but unfortunately for Elon, it eliminates the ridiculous electric vehicle EV mandate, which would have forced everyone to buy an electric car in a short period of time. I have been strongly opposed to that from the very beginning. People are now allowed to buy whatever they want, gasoline-powered, hybrids, which are doing very well, or new technologies as they come about, no more EV mandate. I have campaigned on this for 2 years, and quite honestly, when Elon gave me his total and unquestioned endorsement, I asked him whether or not he knew that I was going to terminate the EV mandate. It was in every speech I made, and in every conversation I had, he said he had no problems with that. I was very surprised. Additionally, Elon asked that one of his close friends run NASA, and while I thought his friend was very good, I was surprised to learn that he was a blue-blooded Democrat who had never contributed to a Republican before. Elon probably was. Also, I also thought it inappropriate that a very close friend of Elon, who is in the space business, run NASA. When NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate life, my #1 charge is to protect the American public. I skimmed through Trump's tirade because honestly, a lot of it was pure nonsense but buried in there. A few interesting truths. As much as it sounds ridiculous, there was a point. This feud runs way deeper than Elon criticizing a single piece of legislation. Elon and Trump had already been clashing over the EV mandates. Trump started seeing Elon the way some MAGA influencers described him: not truly conservative, not a real Republican. And let's be honest, Elon always acts in Elon's interest. Trump caught on early, and that's why he distanced himself. That's also why I believe this feud isn't going anywhere. It's not a one-time spat, it's a full-on personality war. And Elon's response made it even more clear. Here's what he fired back with after Trump's post. Elon Musk just responded to Trump's latest attack on him. What's Truth Social? Never heard of it. The beef between them is only getting worse for the Republican Party. Elon dropped that bomb like he was swatting. A fly short, mocking, dismissive, and it hit hard. Was it petty? Absolutely, but that's Elon's signature move: shrug it off. Jab with sarcasm and let it simmer. It may not have had policy depth, but it rattled Trump's ego. That alone tells you how personal this has become. They're not debating, they're tearing at each other's legacies. And honestly, it's great. They're airing each other's dirty laundry, and we get to watch from the sidelines. The irony is incredible. Trump once crowned Elon as a genius tech god, and now his followers are caught in the crossfire, torn between their loyalty to Trump and admiration for Musk. The chaos is growing, and here's the kicker. Elon's absolutely right about the bloated spending in Trump's bill. Sure, he only cares because it affects him, but he's making some Trump supporters question things. And Trump, he's throwing punches at Elon's empire. These two are in a mutual takedown, each trying to ruin the other's credibility, political capital, and public trust. And I say let them go at it. Let's not forget what Elon's done either. He's played games with democracy, workers' rights, and public discourse all for his personal empire. That's why Representative Jasmine Crockett summed it up so perfectly. Elon has done nothing but damage our country for his own personal interests.
About bypassing Congress, it seems like that's all that has happened, actually, this Congress. In fact, it's why we've had to spend so much time in courts, and thank God that we at least have one branch of government that has decided not to abdicate their duties and has decided that there are things such as, impoundment. And so when Congress does make a decision or does sign something into law or has been signed into law by a president, that you can't just bring in your good little friend who helped you get elected to the tune of $300 billion or $300 million and say, hey guy, you get to do whatever you want to, despite what these duly elected people have done. But I digress. But I am going to get back to Elon, because Elon is looming over every single Doge hearing. You know why? Because that's supposedly what Elon was heading up, but now they don't want to talk about Elon, because Elon now is a little upset. There's a family spat that's obviously going on, and it is going to play out, it seems like, all over Twitter. But nevertheless, let's talk about some of the things that we should be talking about. And you know what? Every time I come in here, I really do wonder, what is the point? Like, why are we here? Because it doesn't seem like we're doing efficiency, right? Like, have we seen Elon? No. Have we seen anybody that works for Doge? No. But we're in the Doge subcommittee and we're talking to everybody but the Doge people. So to hear the comments about Stacey Abrams, it really got me going. And a lot of times when we come into this hearing room, it's all about politics. And it made me think that there was an issue issue most likely with Stacey, because someone actually brought up the fact that Stacey has run for governor a couple of times, and it seems like there's a gubernatorial race that's coming up in Georgia, and nobody knows whether or not Stacey is going to run. So why not muddy the water if we can to hopefully keep a strong black woman down? But again, I digress. So let's talk about the things that we could be talking about while we sit here in the Doge committee. It seems like we could be talking about, things like efficiency or oversight. When announcing this hearing, the chairwoman stated the Doge subcommittee would, quote, continue bringing long overdue transparency and accountability to those who abuse tax dollars. But so far this Congress, Republicans have focused their oversight responsibilities on things like defunding Big Bird, as well as attacking, of course, trans kids, because they're really the big threat that we have. We could be talking about how the Trump administration is ignoring these court orders, deporting American citizens, or targeting members of Congress for prosecution, or how Trump signed an order deregulating the cryptocurrency industry just as his family launched a digital currency. We could be having a hearing on how Trump fired members of the National Labor Relations Board for bringing a suit against Elon Musk, or how the Trump administration dismantled the Office of the Federal Contract Compliance while the office was investigating Tesla for alleged racial harassment, or how Trump dropped lawsuits against numerous large companies after they donated to his inaugural fund. We could have a hearing on whether Trump violated the emoluments clause when he not only, it seemed like he asked for a $400 million jet from a foreign government. Trump has put a for sale sign on the lawn of the White House and has allowed wealthy donors to dictate how the government operates. That's what we should be having a hearing about, but no. They're here attacking nonprofits that deliver food to seniors and disabled folk, provide childcare and elder care for working families, job training for teens, and shelter for the unhoused. The Republicans and their witnesses have accused nonprofits of being, quote, radical and, quote, addicted to government money. And listen, I try to find agreement where I can. So I am going to say that I absolutely do agree with that statement to a certain extent, because there is a nonprofit by the name of the Heritage Foundation. And last time I checked, the Heritage Foundation, they are the authors of Project 2025, and we are living through the hell of Project 2025 right now. And something tells me that that's a bit of a partisan thing, because they said it was the conservative playbook. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know why we would ever look at the Heritage Foundation and think that it's anything but radical and, quote, addicted to government money potentially. So Ms. Yentl, before I do that, I'm going to come to you because I want to make sure that I get these things on record. I have a unanimous consent, Madam Chair. It says Donald Trump allegedly asked aides whether Elon Musk's Doge promises were all bull, and then you know what the rest of it is.
That line hits hard because it's true, and it explains why this war isn't ending anytime soon. Trump sees Elon as a selfish manipulator. Elon sees Trump as a power-hungry con man. They know exactly how to hurt each other, and they're doing just that. The rivalry instantly imploded into pure destruction, and now Elon is going all in. He's planning to run candidates in Maine, Texas, California, and anywhere else he sees a chance to peel off conservative votes. He's not trying to win, he's trying to bleed. Trump dry by draining. Just enough support to flip key seats. 3%, 5%, even 7% hit could cost Trump everything. And to be honest, I'm here for it. Imagine Elon running for Senate in Texas and splitting the vote so badly that the state finally turns blue. That would be a political earthquake, and it's not that far-fetched. Elon is unpredictable, but he's strategic, and Trump's camp is panicking because they know it. So let them battle it out. Let Elon keep dropping political bombs. Let Trump keep unraveling on social media. This only helps people wake up. And we'll be here for every twist, every post, every meltdown. If you're enjoying this wild ride and want to stay up to date with every major drop, now's the time to like this video. Leave a comment below with your take on this feud. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support keeps this content going in with everything heating up. You won't want to miss what comes next. Drop A in the comments if you made it to the end, and tell us who you think is going to win this civil war, Trump or Elon. Until next time, subscribe.